Italy's own Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi did come out with a statement urging politicians in this country to show unity to try and pass through painful but extremely necessary belt-tightening measures. And this is more or less what he said. He said Eurozone ministers and also heads of nations across the individual countries in the Eurozone are doing all they can to try and prevent this economic bloc from, economically speaking, returning to where it was some 20 years ago. I'm now joined by Giuseppe Ragusa. He's a professor of economics at the Luis Carlo Guidi Institute here in Rome. Thank you very much for coming on CNN. How worried are you about the situation in Italy? Is this going to be a country that will default?
Hopefully it's not going to default. Italy is too big to fail, it's too big to be rescued. So the probability is probably very, very small. On the other hand, it's also non-negligible. So there's a lot of attention, a lot of pressure on the markets. So the Italian governments need to do the possible to pass the austerity bill. There's going to be in discussion now in the parliament. And also, there needs to be cooperation on the European level to try to block the problem with Greece, insulate Greece from the market, the removal of the possible contagions in the markets.
How did this country end up with debts of over $1 trillion? It is enormous.
It's enormous. It was built over time. It wasn't something that happened overnight. There was a period of time in the last 20 years, 25, 20 years, where spending went out of control. Italy has been very virtuous with its debt in the last 20 years, 15 years. There have been moments where there's been some spending, exceeding spending, but in reality what was constructed was in the past, and now Italy has been trying to cope with an economy that doesn't grow with a huge debt.
We've got this emergency budget. Some politicians are saying in the newspapers today that it could pass by Sunday or Saturday. If that were to be the case, that would be unprecedented for the kind of money we're talking about. But a lot of them are also saying Italy will need more money than what's being talked about.
Yes, actually somebody says it's going to pass by Friday. There will be another record. After the record of the spread on Friday, this one will be another record. But Italy is very well known to pull itself by its own bootstrap. It's very, gives its best when it's in difficulty. So maybe the bill is going to pass on Friday. The opposition has shown a sign of cooperation and responsibility. At the same time, maybe they need more. But in discretion this morning are saying that maybe the bill is going to be about 75 billion. It's not going to be the expected 56 billion of dollar. So there is some, I think the politicians realize that they need to send a strong signal to the markets, and they need to increase the austerity bill, the maneuver, to make it bigger.
Cutting back the budget deficit to zero by the year 2014 is indeed a strong message to the markets. Yes. Whether it will be reachable or not, time will tell. Giuseppe Ragusa, thank you very much for joining us.